Yes guys, this is boy Cam, CTB, Cam Talks Boxing, back with another video. Lomachenko beats Devin Ortiz. Close fight, wasn't very impressive. And then Devin Haney goes into the ring. And to me, wow, he wants that smoke. Let's discuss. Let's go straight into it, guys. So obviously we saw Vasily Lomachenko beat Devin Ortiz in the Hulu Theatre, Madison Square Garden, New York yesterday. Unanimous decision. The scorecards were quite wide in my opinion. Let's just break down the fight and let's just reflect on that fight basically. So I watched it twice. Lomachenko started off, to be fair, he didn't actually even start as slow as he does sometimes. He probably started slower against Tio for sure. For me, the first 6 rounds I had it 4-2 Ortiz. It could have been wider to Ortiz. It could have been, I think 4-2 is fair. 3-3. I say Ortiz, I think Ortiz will win in the early rounds. And then I think it was maybe, in the middle rounds, I think it was nip and tuck. I feel a lot of the rounds I liked what Ortiz was doing. He was fighting similarly very similar to the way Tio fought in that 12th round against Loma. Really pushing Loma onto the back foot basically, and being that stronger man and just using his size and strength. That's what I really liked about Devin Ortiz. I was really impressed with him. His jab, he was quite comfortable really. His hands down at times, very skillful. And look, he's still quite young, Devin Ortiz. He's in his, I think, was he 27? I think he would be a test for anyone in the top 10. He fought well. It could have been closer. For me, I had it 7-5 either way. Honestly, I think Loma possibly did edge it because he won those championship rounds, I believe. Yeah, 10-11 he won. He outlanded Ortiz in the last, the 10, 11 and 12. So you could just give it to Loma, yeah. But I do think there was quite a lot of uncertainty in the arena at the final bell. Ortiz thought he won. Loma didn't look too confident, and it was a super close fight. I think Loma just had that little bit more experience, and he just had. I think if Ortiz won one of the last rounds, like one of the last 3 rounds, he could have certainly got the decision. Obviously, some people I've seen have probably had it wider for Loma than I had it. Some people think it's 8-4 Loma, but look, impressed with Devin Ortiz. But let's talk about Loma for a sec. Look, after the Tio fight, he bounced back after he had his shoulder injury with some convincing wins. Nekotani, Richard Comey, and he looked special. He looked like the normal Lomachenko, the pound for pound great. And then there was this performance. He looked his age. He looked 34. Is he turning 35? Of course, there's ring rust, but he just, for me personally, what I saw, I didn't really see the pivots as much. I didn't see the footwork that he normally has. It's just normally beautiful. I saw it just wasn't the same fighter for me, and a lot of the other fighters reacting to the fight, like Shakur, they said the same thing. They weren't really. All those top fighters are probably licking their lips. Tank, Shakur, Devin, and then Devin. He was ringside. He was watching it, and I just want to say, right, with Loma's performance, of course, he will probably raise his game against Devin for the undisputed fight, but it's such a tough one. Is he just past it now? Is Devin too young, too fresh, too big, too strong? I think so for me. Based on that performance, I know Loma can raise his game. He has obviously he's taken off the ring rust now. But for me, Devin, when I look at Jermaine Ortiz and how he was fighting, I think Devin can fight that way. He can, like he did in the second fight with Kambosos, he can be on that front foot behind his jab and then following up with the right hand. I think he can really use his size and reach advantage against Loma, and then I think Loma will just find it hard basically cutting off the ring and kind of getting inside, because I just think the reach, the jab will just be such a, I think it could be closer, obviously a better fight than the rematch with Kambosos, but I think Haney's that good, he could up his game and he can make it a similar fight. Loma's a lot smaller than Haney, as you saw post-fight, and Loma obviously joked about that and said, look at him, that's not lightweight, he's heavyweight. And then Haney wasn't really up for joking about. Bill Haney was laughing in the back, but Haney said, look, yeah, I'll show you in the ring. So I think Haney's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Obviously Paulie Malignaggi, people like that are questioning whether he would take the Loma fight, and they think he would move up instead. So guys, my instant reaction to watching that post-fight interview was, yeah, Haney's not messing about. He's not ready to move up. He's not playing games. He is ready. He wants that smoke and he wants to whoop Lomachenko, I'm telling you now. And I think, yeah, he's just too fresh. The momentum's with him. His jab, the skill. Jermaine Ortiz, good fighter. If he's not in the top 10, he probably should be in the top 10 lightweights. But Devin Haney is a pound for pound fighter, and yeah, based on that fight, I think, based on last night's fight, I think Devin Haney outclasses Loma, unfortunately. This version of Loma, of course. But guys, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, if you could please like, subscribe and share, that'll be really great for me. I would really appreciate that. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Will that fight happen next? What would your prediction be, and what did you make of Loma's performance? Yeah, guys, I'll be back with another video. Let's go. I can't even pronounce her name. Talking numbers on the phone while I'm getting brains. Switch 4 lanes, I'm in my own lane. You can catch me riding in that foreign thing.